What's up, guys? It's John from Side Hustle Experiment here. Today I am going to talk about what's going on in the hiring process, some eBay stuff, and I don't know, whatever else comes up. So today I was supposed to have my first interview with a warehouse associate slash book scanner position on Indeed. I was kind of looking forward to it because it was the first one, and you know, I just kind of wanted to see what it would be like. They have a portal now that you could basically do like a video. So like all you have to do, it's really simple. You just put in like the time that you're gonna meet, and they already like send them a link. So like you don't have to use Zoom or anything. And 30 minutes before the call, they canceled. They said that the job was too far away. Not sure how you don't catch that when looking. I mean, I guess it's better than them not showing up or having a good interview and I really like them and then they say it's too far. So yeah, there's that. I have 2 interviews scheduled for tomorrow, another one for Friday. Hopefully those go well. I think one of the people has worked in a warehouse and knows how to use a forklift, so that could be good, and a pallet jack. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's hard to like, I don't know. For like positions like this, there's only so much work experience. It's usually pretty broad. So whatever. And the other person I think worked at, they kind of do, they fulfill orders, online orders. So, I mean, that could work. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So hopefully tomorrow I will get those interviews. Today the books didn't come again. Super frustrating. So the freight is through a broker. And so basically, from what I'm learning, I didn't really know this. So basically, I think when it goes through a broker, the broker doesn't tell you who the carrier is. Which seems kind of silly to me, because like the carrier is gonna show up anyway and you're gonna know who it is. But whatever, so I have to go through my supplier. My supplier has to contact his broker, and the broker has to contact the freight company we're using. And I asked them what the deal is. I mean, it's insane. So it's tentatively scheduled for tomorrow, which is kind of a pain because I have something I have to do in the morning. Luckily it's at like 7:15, but I mean, I'm not gonna be at the warehouse till probably 8:30 the latest. With how this is going, somehow I could see them showing up at 8. Hopefully that is not the case. I mean, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, this was supposed to come last Thursday, last Friday. It's Wednesday today, so I mean, whatever. There's only so much you could do. Yeah, I thought for sure it'd come today. It didn't. I mean, hopefully tomorrow. It's scheduled tentatively for tomorrow. There's just really nothing you can do about it. In the meantime, like, I'm just like staying busy. I went through the eBay items I had from the last set of Gaylords. I think I found about $500 to $600 worth of stuff potentially. There was some lots of stuff that I have upstairs on shelves to create lots for eBay. So I made like 2 babysitter club lots. I think, what was it, 174 for like almost like $300. So that was good. And yeah, I have a big potential big source for me coming to visit my warehouse next Thursday. So I want to really get it like organized, set up nice and clean and shiny, and you know, make it really nice and kind of practice what I'm going to say to them. This way I'm all set to go for that. So that's, it's either Wednesday or Thursday morning. So that's good. And then, yeah, hopefully I'll get another delivery. either Friday or Monday from my other supplier. So just keeping things moving. But yeah, when I guess one of the lessons is it's almost like there's always something to do. Like when you own your own business, or even if you're doing this as a side hustle, right? There's always if you're selling on eBay, there's always a death pile. There are a couple things that you don't want to list because you know it's going to be a pain. You know, taking pictures might be a pain, or boxing it up might be a pain. But yeah, this is the time to do it. When you get a little, you know, slowdown. I mean, it's bound to happen, especially when you're dealing with bulk books. Shipments are going to get canceled, they're going to get delayed. I mean, you just always have to have something to do. I mean, I'm sure you could always straighten up your work area. Maybe, you know, there are a couple of YouTube videos you've been meaning to watch about how you could grow your business, or maybe you bought a course and you haven't done it yet. But yeah, the gist of it is make the most of the time. I mean, you could dwell on it and say how bad it is or whatever. But I mean, yeah, the last couple of days, like I said, I've been getting eBay listings, and it's pretty crazy. I think I've listed, I don't know, probably close to $3,000 worth of stuff that's just been kind of sitting around that I haven't really had time to research or required more research. So I mean, now those listings are live. It's a little bit more maybe long tail stuff. I mean, there are no active listings with those items. So I mean, hopefully a buyer will make an offer, or the first person who sees it buys it. I don't know. It's kind of also an experiment. So that's exciting. I repriced a bunch of inventory, listed merchant fulfilled items today. What else did I do today? I got organized a little bit. I was responding to candidates for the job, setting up interviews. So yeah, I mean, it was, yeah, do I wish the books came today? Of course. Again, tomorrow is not an ideal day for them to come, because not only do I have somewhere to be in the morning, I also have 2 interviews lined up tomorrow, so just kind of juggling that stuff is going to be fun. Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to hiring someone to help, at least part-time, and then hopefully that person works out and I'll make it full-time. I'm really debating whether or not I want a full-time obviously I do want a full-time person, but maybe it's better to have 2 or 3 part-timers right now, just so you have options. I mean, if you have, you know, more work, or, you know, you could just kind of test how a team might work. If you hire 2 people, what that might look like, how much they could get done. It's just going to be very feel my way through it, and see how it goes. But yeah, it's exciting. It's a little nervous. Never really hired someone to work at a warehouse before. I mean, I do have the lister, but that was a little easier because they were a friend. So, you know, there's really no interview process there. You basically know they're a good worker, they're not going to screw you over, and yeah, it's super smooth. So yeah, I'm just really trying to iron out this hiring. Yeah, I know I talked about of videos before, just going with a temp agency, but then I kind of was intrigued by giving it a try, at least. I don't know if I'm regretting that decision just yet, but who knows? We'll see what the interviews are like, and go from there. And then worst comes to worst, I could always do a temp agency. If the books don't come tomorrow, I will probably just look for a temp agency. This way I have 2 or 3 people lined up. And then I'll probably also look for another 1 or 2 sources for books, or at least try to make contacts, just so I have a full pipeline of books. Like I said, this new supplier, if these books are good and things go well with them, he seems to have a good bit of inventory, or he'll be able to supply me with a good bit. So that will at least be good, but it's always good to have options. There is a source that I used to buy from. I didn't think their books were that great. So yeah, I'm not really feeling going back to them really, and kind of dealing with that. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. Just really, you know, staying busy, making listings on eBay, and just, yeah, just hiring, doing the hiring thing. So hopefully something clicks, and eventually I do find someone. Hopefully the interviews go well tomorrow, books come tomorrow. So yeah, and if not, I'll just get organized, all set up for the meeting next week. Yeah, just do things that keep moving the business forward. A lot of people might just be like, oh, like, you know what, there's really not too much to do. Like, I'm gonna take it easy, maybe just go home early, call it a day. But don't do that. I mean, yeah, there are times to do that, but there's also times where, like, you know what, like a lot of times, like, it sounds funny, but like the things you put off are like somewhat important, like hiring someone and like making sure that's ironed out and making a good first impression with the source, because they're like a really big source or have a lot of potential to work together. You know, just cleaning up and just organizing. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but then, like, let's say like the books don't come and then like I get 24 Gaylords on Monday, then like it's like, oh man, I have 24 Gaylords, like I gotta clean up the place, and like I didn't really, like, then it just piles up, and that's kind of when you get stressed. So yeah, learn to work through those times, and just, you know, always have like a to-do list of like, I need to do a better job of that, but basically just have a list of things that you could always do or been meaning to do. And, you know, sometimes I have actually found, like, you know, a lot of different lots of books to sell on eBay or Amazon by actually having extra time, like, because I had time to look it up. I'm like, oh, I'm curious, like, do these books sell, or does this group sell, or like what first editions sell? And like, you know, usually there's not a lot of time for that. But yeah, taking the time to do that is important, and like, make sure you do that. That's all I got for you today. If you could like this video, that'd be awesome. If you liked it, subscribe to the channel. Again, I'm just really, my biggest goal is to like basically document what's going on in hopes that it helps you see what's possible, or basically, you know, keep it not always so great. Like, oh, I had 5 eBay sales today. I found a new, like, this is like a lot of what people go through, and like you don't really see it anywhere. So I'm trying to like bring that out to be like, yeah, like sometimes the days are boring, like all you do is scan books. Sometimes, you know, shipments get delayed, you know, people don't pick stuff up, like interview people cancel on you. Like, that is like what running a business is really like. It's not just all big sales numbers and just creating YouTube videos and I don't even know, whatever you think it to be. There's just a lot of like real stuff that you have to get done that has nothing to do with scanning books or making eBay listings. There's just a lot, especially if your warehouse, like, it fills up quick. Like, you tend to save a little more stuff than you probably should, and then you get these death piles. So I gotta get better with that. But yeah, just, you know, always be trying to move forward. I just realized that business is tough. Running your own thing, especially if you're just working for yourself right now and don't really have any help. I do have help, but I'm talking more warehouse specific. But yeah, and I also really taken today the time to like think through, like, wow, if I had someone else here, like, this would be a lot easier. Like, oh, this person could also do this, or this person could do that, or, you know, taking time to think. Like, a lot of, you know, we're going, scanning, buying books, getting sources. Like, we don't really take the time to sit down and think about, like, you know, the vision, or maybe people do, I don't really. But yeah, so it's nice to kind of have a little breather get stuff done I've been meaning to get done. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. I think I said that about 3 or 4 times already. But yeah, things pop into my head. Have a good night, guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow.